Danny Masterson hide on Conan O'Brien. He was telling this joke about he has a friend that always makes fun of him, and he does an impression of Danny Masterson, which is, "Hi, I'm Danny Masterson. Would you like to touch my
Hi, my name is Danny Masterson. Would you like to touch my
Conan was like, "Why would you ask strangers to do that to you to begin with?" And he's like, "Well, when you got him, you got him."
Because certain
So
words
why are you
just can't
asking
get away
people to
with.
do that? That's the more important question.
I mean, you got them.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Accent aside.
Everybody should grab.
And everyone in the audience laughs, right? Because it's frat boy humor. It's the early 2000s. And Conan is like, "I've heard about you, and you will be caught."
I've heard about you. And you'll be caught soon. I know you will.
I will.
This is my only bet. That's the only thing I'm gonna do.
Assalamu alaikum, Gabriel. Hello,
Hey, hey,
everybody.
hey.
Thank you for listening. If this is your first time listening to It Was a Good Night, you're gonna love it.
Yeah,
Like,
keep walking.
Keep watching.
I'll keep watching.
Keep watching. Keep watching.
Keep walking.
Like and subscribe. Very
Yeah.
importantly.
Yes, like and subscribe and tell your friends. And please support us through likes and comments and nice comments.
Your hair looks good today.
That's nice, yeah.
You're having a good hair day.
Yeah?
Is it the weather?
No, why? What is it? It's hard. I mean, it's hard to tell if it's
Because sometimes humid air makes.
Yeah.
When I used to have your hair.
Mm-hmm.
When
Long time
I
ago.
used to have your hair. When I was a young wog. When I used to have your hair, when it was humid like this, it was
Yeah.
it's a good hair day because the hair got shaggier. I was like, it wasn't me, and it was really nice.
So what sucks usually when I wash my hair, like afterwards, like if I don't let it like air dry enough and I go outside, it gets frizzy.
Oh.
So that's what happened a few days because I would
Oh,
wash
yeah.
my hair
Yeah.
and wouldn't fully dry. It's still not fully dry actually. Anyway, but I'm gonna get a haircut tomorrow hopefully. I have
No,
time.
wait.
Not a haircut, but a trim.
Can you get it after October?
Why? What?
Because remember I had that idea for our Halloween thing.
Oh,
You can't have like how short are you gonna go?
Well, I just look at my sideburns. They're like Jewish sideburns here. Whatever they're called, pigtails.
Hey, listen, maybe that's what we need to make it in this business. We need.
I mean, it's
we
not
need- We
Hasidic.
need one of us. To
Is it
convert to
Hasidic Judaism?
Yeah.
Or is it all Jude? Isn't it the Jews that are like secular that are big in Hollywood? Like you never see like a guy with the tassels and the twirly twos and the big hat.
I got you a great commercial.
Yeah, they're never. those
Tom
are-
Cruise. Tom Cruise. Yeah.
Like they're not doing Hollywood business. They're like cutting textiles and shipping plastic
Diamonds.
bags.
Did you know in Israel the number one export? Guess what it is? Diamonds.
Oh, okay.
It's
Really?
diamonds, and then it's like electronic chips, and then IT.
So they get the diamonds from their country, or it just they ship it in and then they
I-
look at it and then
And
they
I think they look at it and they're like, "It's a good one," and then
Yeah.
they send it to another
they
country.
send it to the New York.
They send it to, and then the new one. It's a very good one, and then
Yeah.
the prices just keep going up. I think they're the middlemen.
Oh, okay.
I think. I think I don't. I'm
I
not
didn't
sure.
know
I think
that.
it's the diamonds.
The biggest
and
export
then,
diamonds.
and then it's like computer stuff.
Computer stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, but
Yeah.
do they? So they make the computer stuff.
I think they make the chips.
What about China? Don't they? Isn't China a big
Maybe they
chip
design
guy?
chips.
China designs?
No. I think Israel designed chips, and
What?
then
They design chips.
Yeah, they design chips. I
No
told you they have
way.
the best chips in the world. We had. Oh, fuck, I still have a bag for you, by the way.
A bag?
A bag of chips.
Oh. Oh yeah, we haven't even eaten them yet.
We
Yeah,
already-
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it was the peanut butter chips.
It was the peanut butter. It was the
Okay.
peanut chips. I don't know if it's peanut butter, but it's the
Peanut
It's so good. I haven't eaten chips
Oh, you miss chips?
no, not really. I've been eating a lot of nuts.
Nuts are cool.
That's nuts. And yesterday, I don't know why, man. I'm falling back into my old habits
What?
of overeating.
What? Like what? Like, but are you eating like just bunch of carnivore, like
No.
steak and?
Oh, I eat like 3-4 steaks a week. That's
Nice.
that's good. It's delicious.
How do you cook them? Like in oil or
beef
beef tallow?
Okay, this is how I make my steak. All right, you ready? So I buy steak. I don't know cuts yet, so I just buy cuts, whatever I find on DoorDash.
Yeah.
Probably go DoorDash, and I just get it. And what I do is that I have a pan that is slowly becoming a. What do you call the pan that you never wash?
Oh, it's like those tandoori ovens, or like I know what you mean though. Like they have them out in like barbecue restaurants where it's like this grill has been in generation George Washington's grill. It's all slave skin on leather.
It was exactly. It
Hide.
Was, it was forged by the great grandfather of Rosa Parks,
Yeah.
and that's why it's so good. So I have a pan.
Harriet Tubman's favorite ribs cooked on these grills. Sorry.
So I have like a pan that I heat up extremely a lot.
Mhm.
And what I do, I just put a little bit of olive oil.
Mhm.
Then I put my
Mm.
steak,
Mhm.
salt, pepper,
Mm.
butter, so much butter.
Mhm.
Like I literally am frying it in butter.
Wow.
Garlic, like 4 or 5 cloves of garlic.
Wow. That's a
some
lot of garlic.
Italian herbs.
Yeah.
And dude, it smokes so much in my house
Yeah, it's
that
crazy.
my alarm just goes beep beep every time. So literally,
It's the worst.
my neighbors can tell when I'm eating a steak because
Yeah.
my house is burning. And then my house smells like butter for like 2 weeks.
It's cooking. If cooking on a hot pan, if you for some reason just ruins your whole house. Like you can't cook anytime I try to make anything nice. Like I have to like have 4 hobs going at the same time, being like, oh, this one's too hot. Okay, go to the less hot one now. Oh, this one's too hot, and because it's not like I don't have a gas heater, so you know when the flame comes up and you can immediately, it's like a poor like 70s guy, you know, the coil,
The Sega Genesis,
and
whatever sign.
the loopy
loop.
It gets hot like the sun, and then it stays hot like the sun for
Yeah.
4 hours. So you
Yeah.
can't bring it down, you can't bring it up. It's just hot like
It's
hell.
just hot and then there's smoke. And I don't
Yeah.
know for you, but I noticed at my house, you know, you have a fan over
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
Mine is just a fan, and like I looked at it, I was making a lot of noise, and it's just a wall. There's no out. It's just a fan, and I'm like, there's just a piece of wood over it. It's not connected to anything.
Really?
It's here
Oh
purely
my-
for noise.
dangerous.
It's just because I have a window right next to it, but even the
Okay.
window does nothing.
No.
I have a fan, but also that fan is broken. The window.
Yeah.
But it's just crazy. You see a fan, you're like, oh, and it's just nothing. I have the same thing in my washroom. There's a fan. I look, I'm like, oh, it's just not connected to
What
anything.
is that fan supposed to do in the bathroom? Because, like, does
Noise.
it suck the smell out?
I think it's for me, it's noise.
It's
It's just
noise.
noise
Uh-huh.
because my light and the fan are connected. So
Uh-huh.
when I turn it on, the whole washroom, the whole house just starts to vibrate because of the fan. Bah! So yeah, it's weird because I only smoke weed in the washroom
Oh, okay.
because there's a tap and I blow outside the window.
Okay.
So every time I smoke weed, it's like bah! And just my brain is freaking out. Like, oh my god, what's going on?
Dude, yeah. Whenever I poop, right, it's the whole bathroom stinks. Doors
Yeah.
closed. I turn on the fan, close the door. 3 hours later, I open the door. It still smells like poop. I'm
Yeah.
like, wait a minute. This fan is a sham fan.
You know, do you what's your poop routine? Like, let's say you're not in your house and you don't
Okay.
want smell. You take a
Oh,
you flush right away?
Yeah.
You should do
Dude,
that.
yes. So like as I'm I go whoosh, and then like it also covers up sound because when I'm pooping,
Yeah.
like it's loud, right? It's
Yeah.
like blah,
Yeah. Yeah.
and then if I flush, it's like whoosh. So it just sounds like it's a loud toilet that makes sounds
'Cause-
for some reason.
Because God knows if you make not enough noise, your girlfriend will get weird and she'll open the door and she'll walk in like, "What are you doing?
Yes.
Are you pooping
100%.
or what?"
She needs to know that I'm not
There's
pooping.
boundaries. You need to build boundaries with your lady.
No, because I do the same, and then she's on her period. I'm like, "Woo, looking for these?" And I got these condoms with tampons, and she's like, "Give them to me."
And they're bloody. Man, it's crazy how there's so many. You're talking about hint of paranoia. It's crazy how there's like crazy people in the world. So last Monday was Labor Day, right?
Yes.
So I was hosting the quiz on Monday. And usually I have my regulars. I told you I have fans.
Yeah.
They come and they enjoy.
The
They're all
Borg.
like PhDs and teachers.
Yeah.
I think if it wasn't for the quiz, they would never be in a pub on a Monday.
No,
They're
never.
just. But it was a Monday. It was Labor Day, so there's a lot of people coming and drinking. So it's a bit rowdy. And man, there's so many crazy people. You forget crazy people also celebrate holidays. I'm talking on the mic, and then I hear just a guy going, "We should stop Putin for killing people in the Ukraine." I'm like, I can't help with that.
Was there like
They are very. Just he's sitting alone, just drinking. He's like, "They are very bad in Russia." I'm like, "Oh, you're crazy."
maybe he's a bot,
He's a bot.
like
he's
a
human
he's a
being.
Russian bot.
He's a Russian
He's-
bot in real life.
That's what AI is.
He-
Slowly,
He
slowly.
goes from bar to bar, just like,
It's
"We
spread.
should stop Putin. He's very bad man." I'm like, what do you think I'm doing with the
Yeah.
microphone right now? Do you think I'm starting a manifesto? Or
Yeah.
This is I'm asking if you mix red and orange, what color do you get? Like it has nothing to do. It's not. He thought I
Yeah.
was doing like a speech. I'm like, I'm not speaking that passionately about Aphrodite.
But
and
I'm convinced that like because of the internet, people get so obsessed with the internet. This guy's alone, right? And he's in a bar on a Monday. He's like obviously kind of as a screw loose, right?
100%.
He's on Reddit or like 4chan
Yeah.
or different sites watching news all damn day.
Yeah.
He turns. This is what an NPC is, a non-playable character. These people, they just run around different places spreading
He's an
screwed
N-word?
up
That's
news.
the new N-word. NPC.
Yeah,
He's an
NPC.
N-word.
No.
He's the new N. That's a new N-word. He's an NPC.
But he's spreading these words, and eventually someone's gonna be like, "What did you say?" And then he's gonna say all these extra things, and then NPC random. It's gonna spread all around, and we're all just gonna have all this fake
We're already all
information.
NPCs. We already talk about everyone. The whole
Yeah.
90% of humanity talks about 5 subjects right now.
Yeah.
That's all they talk about.
Yeah,
Ukraine,
And yeah,
transgenders,
Mm-hmm.
the economy.
RuPaul Drag Race.
I put it in the whole transgender thing. There's like 4 or 5 subjects that we're all talking about.
Yeah,
As long
yeah.
as we're talking about this, the people who control the world,
Yeah.
man, they're like.
But we still
Yeah.
have agency a little bit.
Uh,
But if you look, there are people who just sit there and they just yell. The most free people are those natives we saw drinking Pabst
all right.
and eating soup out of a can.
You want to share your thoughts about what you told me in the car? Dude, listen. As I told you, I don't know if it was you. Yeah, on Sunday, like homeless people fascinate me and scare me at the same time. Because I look at them and they're like, "Rah!" I'm like, the only difference between him and I is that I can get a laugh every 6 seconds.
Yeah.
If I don't, I do the same thing. I'm like, "Rah!" But people laugh every 6
Yeah.
to 10 seconds. That's the only thing that makes me different from them.
That's not the only thing, though.
It's
Like-
the only-
it's not the only thing. Like you could, let's say if Trudeau comes down and doesn't think comedy's funny anymore, and he bans it, or Putin takes over Canada and bans comedy, you could be like, well, I could like, I have skills at least that like I won't let myself go down to
Yeah.
into a poverty route. There'll
yeah,
be
but in terms of like skill set,
yeah.
very similar.
I don't think so, but you got
asking
a
for
degree
money.
at least.
Yeah, I know, but the ranting and asking for money after you rant, that's
Yeah.
comedy. I remember there's
Yeah.
a comedian, Sebastien Bourgault. He's like, Buddy.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy, you don't understand. We are selling hair. Air.
Oh,
not-
air.
We are selling air.
Yeah.
That's all we do in comedy is like we talk and people laugh and then they
Airtime.
give us money. We are selling air. This is not real.
Yeah, it's not real. No,
we
no,
are.
no,
This
no,
is
no.
it's like magic.
Yeah.
We are like what's the name of the movie? we are like
The Prestige.
no, the name of the guy who steals money from people.
Oh, Lupin.
No, Leonardo DiCaprio. He's
Catch Me If You Can.
okay. We are like the guy in Catch Me If You Can. We are just ho 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 and then ho 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 and then we take money and then we are gone before they realize. They didn't say all of that, but that's basically the gist of it.
The jizz of it.
The gist of it.
Yeah, I guess so. But it's to think of yourself as a thief. You're stealing people's time. That's like
No, I don't think about it. Myself.
Yeah.
No, but no. The only thing he said is like we are selling air.
Yeah, we
This
are
is
selling
nothing.
Yeah.
Like this art form shouldn't make money.
Mhm.
Us talking and you make money.
But
I mean,
it
we
has
barely make money.
yeah. Well, it has been making money since like before TV. Like when was TV invented? Like 1910 or something. Let's say like a long time ago, right? Like not that long ago. Like 100 years ago or 80 years
not
ago.
Even, man. I would say 1945. World War II. World War
Whoa.
II TVs were not very popular.
So before that, what?
Radio.
Okay, but before that, then.
Just dad was telling you a story.
Okay,
And then
books or
and then
books,
he'd beat up his wife and then he'd go to sleep.
That's a good. That's worth some money. So,
no,
but
you didn't have free time back then.
but yeah.
Let's go back to the conversation we had. Let's say I feel I'm a king right now. Because I told you I like to listen to the same song on repeat. The ability to like I want to see this or hear this and get it right away. That's kings used to get this. You understand?
Yeah.
Up to like 100 years ago, the ability to say I want to listen to that song 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
A king would have to like summon the court orchestra, play me Ed Sheeran, The Shape of You, and then he would
Get
listen-
me Ed Sheeran right now.
And then he would Ed Sheeran, he would play the song. I'm like again, and then he would play, and then again.
I'm in love
And I'm
with the
like,
shape
I'm
of
horny. Have 2 people have sex right in front of me, right here. A compilation of cum shots. Let's have 10 guys back to back. That you understand? Only
That's
kings,
funny.
and also like kings with money that you couldn't even like.
Yeah.
And they're like, ugh, I'm bored. There was no all that luxury,
Yeah.
and we don't even realize how lucky we are that we get to just to listen, just music. Forget everything.
Yeah.
Just the fact that I can sleep in total darkness,
Uh-huh.
I feel like a king. Every
Damn.
time, like, damn, this is awesome. Only kings could sleep in total darkness
Okay.
back then. Think about it.
I didn't know that. Kings going to sleep in total darkness.
Yeah.
True. Most people had lived in like huts, and there was like a little bit of a
yeah,
glow.
they did, yeah,
and-
but then kings, they had like these luxurious rooms with like heavy curtains, so they could sleep whenever they want and wake up, and then they would shit on the floor. Did you know that kings back? You know why they had so many castles? Because the castles would be like there's so much shit everywhere.
From like who? The king?
Just because there's no washrooms, right? So
Okay.
there's just people just like shit in the hallway. and
Why
then
would they
keep
do
walking.
that?
Where are they gonna?
Out the window into a. Aren't castles around a moat? Can you get in the water?
Yeah, but then you'd have to put your ass out. And then you would look outside and like, oh, look, it's the ass of the king.
Well, I'm pretty sure. Can't they have
Oh,
like
he has
a?
diarrhea.
But let's say like they create a little box and then you walk in the
Yeah, but
box and you shit out
It's
the
called
hole.
innovation.
But there was toilets back then. There was holes in the ground.
But there
people
used
shit-
to be a time where there was no toilets, and then
Oh.
kings would just every king had his crew, his posse.
Yeah.
So what they would do, they would spend time in a castle, and they'd be like, okay, we need to clean this. This is just too dirty.
Oh, yeah, it's
So they would
disgusting.
just move into another castle,
Really? Wow.
and then they would just in that castle.
And now people take tours of like the castles.
Yeah, but you have to imagine back then it was like beautiful, gorgeous castles, just a little pile
Oh.
of here, a pile of
Oh.
there. Yeah, people used to. You never heard of people just on the floor?
I mean, I saw on Park Avenue a little bit of that, but it's like they're like
They're kings.
You ever have a Tamagotchi growing up?
Yes, I did.
So and then if you would let them eat and then it would and then you have to clean up and then if you don't clean it up the whole thing becomes and then when you clean it up it wipes it all away and he's dead. In his own Those good
It's
old
funny.
days, man.
My first. I don't know if you remember this, but back in high schools in Canada,
Mhm.
there used to be like a science competition
Yeah.
where you had to like do a science project and present it in front of the whole school.
Mhm.
So I did mine and Tamagotchis.
Oh.
So what I did, it was like a social thing. So I would go. I went to my sister's primary school,
Uh-huh.
and I distributed like questionnaires, like how do you feel about Tamagotchi, about owning a Tamagotchi,
Oh, that's
blah
cool.
blah blah. Then I did the same thing in high school, and I would just collect all that data, and I just presented like, oh, this is how people feel about virtual animals.
Like they're like, do they love them or
Yeah,
do
exactly,
they,
like
wow.
how long did he live? How did you feel after? Just questions that you would ask a child.
Yeah.
And then I went to like, I won the high school one, and then I went to the
Oh.
second level. That's pretty interesting.
That is really cool.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I was so stupid back then. I remember I was like, I want to build a nuclear bomb. And I just went to my teacher. I'm like, can I build a nuclear bomb? He's like, I'm like without the plutonium, just the mechanics.
Yeah, you just want the mechanical.
And my brain was, for sure. I'm like, yeah, I'll go to Renault Depot and I'll just buy. All right, I'll have one of these, one of this, a hose, a U bracket, and a couple of screws, and bam, I have a nuclear bomb.
Are you able to actually make one like without all the
No,
explosion
Gabriel.
part?
No, you cannot build a nuclear bomb.
Well, I mean, if you don't get plutonium, you could build anything you want.
Yeah, but you can't buy all the things from Home Depot.
Well, but what about this bioterrorism I'm always hearing about, where they say like people from like
yeah, but then you have to buy a lot of
Libya.
equipment from like Chechnya or
Okay.
whatever.
Well, I
and
mean, you can't find these things. If they can find them, you can find
no,
them.
when I was like 10.
Oh, okay. I thought you were like 20 or
and
something.
Also, I don't have.
I thought you were 20 talking to your
No.
professor.
No, I was
Like
in high
Matt
school.
Damon being
I was
like,
I think it was like first year of high school or last year of primary school.
Okay,
I'm like, I want
okay,
to build a
okay.
nuclear bomb. That would be my my school project. I want to build a nuclear bomb.
Dude, you think they're eventually like some terrorists are gonna make a nuclear bomb and just blow it up?
Well, the thing is to you can build it now. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
if you buy a lathe and a couple of mills, you can build
Mm-hmm.
the mechanical, like the metal parts. But to make something nuclear, so it can like have the fissure of the Newton, like in the nucleus or whatever it's called, you need a nuclear reactor. Like it's not easy to build a nuclear bomb.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not like you go watch Oppenheimer. I'm like, guys,
Hey, it's all there.
it's all there. We just need to.
Yeah, wait, Lou, pause it.
It's just exactly. It's gonna screenshot.
Yeah. Hey, okay.
Okay, so
Get
you
a
put
hat.
get a
Get a black hat.
get a hat to put baking soda, mix it, cook it. I need an oven with a gas flame. I can't build a nuclear bomb.
You watched Oppenheimer?
No.
Okay, me neither.
I thought, like, what, did I nail it?
I don't know. Only because I was like, maybe is it like that? What the hell?
No, it's not easy. It's not hard, but it's just that the nuclear part of a nuclear bomb
Yeah.
is very difficult.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I did not,
Yeah, if not, everyone would have a nuclear bomb.
I
There's a
wouldn't.
lot of countries that don't have it.
Oh! I think in like every in everyone's home you'll have a nuclear bomb, blow up your dad.
Well, they're saying that the future is for nuclear energy.
Yeah.
Is that instead of using hydroelectricity, which is not great for the environment, charcoal, which is horrible.
How is hydrogen not good for the environment? I had no idea.
Because you create basins of water with high mercury levels.
Oh,
You change nature a lot. It is
okay.
extreme compared to other forms of
Yeah,
electricity.
I had no idea.
It is fantastic. I think it's better even than the wind one.
Yeah. Oh, for sure, dude. You see those wind ones?
Yeah,
So-
I see them. You're like, it looks weird. It's as if an alien landed in the middle of a field. and
First,
just
you look at it and you think it's cool. And when if you see it every day, you're like, get out of here.
Dude, one of my favorite memories is me. I was driving with a girlfriend, and we passed by like 20 trucks, and they were carrying the wing, not the wings, the
Oh, the one fan.
blades.
Yeah,
The blades of the fan.
Whoa.
And there was like maybe 15, 20 of them. And these things are huge.
Yeah, right.
I would say at least 50 meters. They're
Wow,
huge.
that's
so
big.
imagine just, that pole over there? From that
Yeah.
pole to where we are. This
Wow.
was one blade.
That's cool.
And usually these things, they have 4 or 5 blades.
Yeah.
And or 3 blades. It's humongous. The power needed to stop them in case there's a problem must be
Whoa.
tremendous. The bear bearing must be scary. Just the bear bearing that holds the whole thing together must
Yeah.
be so crazy.
Damn.
But hydroelectricity is the best compared to all of them.
Yeah.
They say nuclear is good because you could just bury the nuclear waste afterwards,
Mhm.
and then 2,000 years they'll figure it out.
Yeah, sludge.
Did you know that? Did you know that when they
Mhm.
bury nuclear waste, they have a sign? Like they have a sign that says like, "Dear future generations, don't go there."
Yes, I have seen. Oh, I've seen that like in movies or The Simpsons or cartoons or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like don't touch
It's
nuclear
like,
waste,
like a skull. It's funny how the
Yeah.
skull always represents death.
poison.
I wonder if this is what in the future, like a skull will represent death. What could we represent death? That even the future people, once like humanity ceases to exist, what's dangerous? What's death? For sure, death. Yeah, skull, because we're assuming
Skull,
people will
yeah,
keep having.
it's hard.
They're not gonna have an exoskeleton. There's gonna
Yeah,
be mush
yeah.
inside. So yeah, they'll understand maybe a
shell.
skull is death, and what else could represent death?
Like a severed hand.
Like a guy, just a guy going, like a GIF.
Do your best death face or death sound. Like imagine I shot you. Okay. Come on. Oh God.
This is gonna get censored.
Nah.
Okay, so let's say you shoot me.
Yeah.
Okay. No. Wait, is it a fatal wound or is it like I'm gonna die?
It's pretty fatal.
Okay, so I'm dying. I'm not dead. Like it's not a bullet to the head.
Yeah, it's bullet
Okay.
to like the heart or the stomach.
Okay.
Oh no. I'm so sorry I did it. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh. I'm sorry, Amer.
I lied. Haha. Now you're dead.
How did you lie about my gun?
I changed. The first 3 bullets were not real bullets. The 4th bullet was a real one.
No, I
And
killed
now you're
myself.
dead. Now the podcast is mine.
pretty good.
Mine. Muha. Okay, now I shoot you. You ready?
Okay. No, people when they get shot in the head, you think they're gonna go like this, but a lot of times they go like this.
Wait, what is this? What are you, JFK? No, if I shoot you like this, your head's gonna go down.
Okay, shoot me again. Ugh.
There's balance.
It's a bouncy head. Ooh, hurt my neck. I'm old. I can't even move my neck.
I pulled my lower back.
Yeah.
I don't know how.
Gym. Table.
I was editing.
No.
I was sitting. I'm like this region right here, and it's like connected to my groin. So this whole region is like, it hurts. It hurts. I was
sucks.
supposed to go on a date tonight. I'm like, wow, man, I can't with a bad back. I can't
Got
with a bad back.
No, you can't. You gotta have a good back.
I need a good back. Lay
Yeah.
pipe.
Lay
You can't lay
pipe.
pipe with a bad back.
No, you gotta put some Ben Gay on there.
Yeah, I gotta put bang.
That guy.
Fuck that guy. So funny. Dude, something funny happened. Oh, I don't know if I should talk about it.
What?
Okay, I'll talk about it. So I was making. I don't know if you know this, but I get crazy seasonal allergies. Like this time of year,
Do you really?
it's a horrible time.
You have them right now?
I took a Reactin.
Oh, okay, cool.
It's horrible. So I was on a date, okay, and we go back to her place. We're making out. I have my allergies.
Ah.
So while we're making out, so imagine I'm making out with her. I open my eyes and I notice there's a booger on her face, like right here. So I'm like, and she's she's really enjoying it. It's so hot. I'm watching her like really enjoy the sex, not the sex, just making
The
out.
kissing, yeah.
So I just and I just go like, and I just wipe it off her face, and and now I turn her head, and then I'm doing this. So I'm trying to get rid of
the
it.
booger.
And she's like, oh
Licking
my
the
god,
booger.
I love the taste of your lips on mine. I'm like, oh, you smell so good. And I'm like trying to, but it's a sticky booger, so it's not
Yeah.
leaving. So I'm like, then I find the wall, and I'm and she's like, oh. and then I open my eye like just this eye, and like it's still on my fingers. So I just ate it.
Really? Oh, okay. That's so gross. I would have eaten it for you.
You're
I would
there.
have came by. Come here.
Exactly. And she's like, "Who's that guy?" Oh my God, is that Gabriel Omassi from the Bonne Nuit podcast?
Yeah. Hey, we changed the name.
Oh, yeah, from the Good Night podcast.
That's funny. Oh,
Sucks. I think I'm gonna turn that into a joke
it's funny.
because it was like it's just that my state of mind and what was happening. Because she was like, you know how girls are,
Mhm.
so gay.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, Operation Hide the Booger.
Hide the booger.
It wasn't coming off. It was nice though.
Do you ever have like a? Paying attention too much. Do you ever have like a period? Like
A period? No.
No.
I have hemorrhoids from time to time, but no period.
I remember once there was this girl that I saw like a couple of times or 3 times, and like she invites me to her house. Okay, we will. Sorry, I'm telling you the story and I'm remembering the story because it's been so long.
That's all good. Go.
So the first time I went on a date with this girl, she was like pretty hot. She was like really hot. We were like in our early 20s, right? And we go to the bar. We get along. She's like, "Oh, my friend's having a house party. You should come over." I'm like,
Oh.
"Okay." And I go in. It's like so ghetto. I always end up in like just like it's me, white guy, and I'm the only white guy there. And there's all these black guys going, "Hey, I have Javi or whatever. We're the Brooklyn at. Whatever. They're all." Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, man, I'm always in this situation. And so we're getting along, and then like we're making out in this bedroom, and then they keep on breaking it open, and they be like, "What is this white boy doing with Felicia?" or whatever, and whatever. I get along with them, and then she invites me to her house the next week or something. And I think like, oh, okay, we're gonna hook up. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be fun. It's her apartment. I go there. She's like, "Oh, I'm staying with my friend who has a son." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." And I'm like, so it's not her apartment. It's like, and I'm like, "Where's your room?" She's like, "Oh, I'm sleeping on the couch."
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, "Okay." And it got to the point where we were like, "Oh, we started making out on the couch." I'm like, I kept on forgetting she didn't have a room. Like, let's go to the bedroom. She's like, "I don't have a bedroom." And I was like, what are we doing? Like, the mom and her son are asleep in a bedroom right next door. And like, it's okay. I told her we could do it right on this couch. And I was like, I don't know. Like, and so we're getting into it. And then the kid, I have my pants off. I swear, the kid comes out of the room and it's like, "Hey, what are you guys doing?" And he sits next to.
Oh my God!
And I have to cover my leg with my jeans or
And
something.
your boner?
Yeah, and I'm like, what the hell? And so she takes the kid out, and then we started getting into it, and then the girl comes out, and it's like, sorry. I'm like, what the? So then we're like, we're now.
Whoa, okay.
And I have a condom on, right? And I look down, and the condom's just covered in blood. And I'm like, okay, I don't mind. Like, whatever, just period, I'm thinking. But then I'm like,
It's so fun.
it's
The child.
the child, and then I'm like, okay, look, I actually don't mind period blood, like whatever, but for some reason it smelled like the worst thing I've ever smelled in my entire life. Like, it was disgusting. Like, it was so disgusting I had to stop. I was like almost gagging. And then I had to stop. And then I came back. She said, "Okay, I asked her to use her room so we can bang." And I'm like, that is so weird. Like, "Hey, Felicia, or her name, or hey, Laquanda, can I bang in your room or
Hey,
whatever?"
Snoop Dogg. Just call her Snoop Dogg,
I
bro.
say
At this
Snoop.
point, you're
Hey,
so
Snoop.
wrong. Oh my God.
And
okay, so
we bang again.
Yeah, in
And
her
again, the bloody after
Bloody
a month.
pussy?
And then it
after a
stank.
month.
Yeah,
So
like
you timed it so that every
I
time.
forgot. and then again it stank, and I was like, okay. And then I never saw her again.
Okay.
Good story. Huh?
Dude, I remember once. I haven't had many one night stands.
Uh-huh.
I've had a few. Actually, no, I've had a couple. But one of them, I met a girl at a bar. Totally clicked. She was in awe of my. Sometimes your brain works well. You ever had that?
Yeah.
When your brain's, it's just you're quick. You're like match rife. You're like pew pew. Everything you say makes the girls go sploosh. Sometimes I don't know how. Sometimes my brain works. Anyways, I got the girl. She was really interested. She's like, she wasn't from here. She was from out of town.
Mm-hmm.
She's like, okay, let's go back to my Airbnb. So we go to our Airbnb. I don't know if I told you this, but when I drink, let's say more than 2 beers, my penis, salam alaikum,
Oh,
good
really?
night. It was a good night. It's gone.
Oh no.
It was funny is that it gets big, but it's sleepy.
Oh. He's like a hot, like a hot dog or something.
It's
He's like,
so funny. Like, and that only started when I turned like 37. I think as
Okay.
you get older.
Oh,
So
okay,
my
not
penis-
that long then. Like a couple years.
Yeah, let's say 35. Let's say
Okay.
35.
Oh, damn.
So anyways, so we're at her place. We're both like really into it, but just like I'm putting it in, and it just no, you know when a penis just doesn't want
Yeah, it's sliding out.
it's just So I'm like, oh, you know what?
Slippity
Let me hit her.
Oh,
So-
okay.
So I'm eating. There's like pennies, man. What the? She's like, oh yeah, I just finished my period a couple of days ago, so it was still penny reminiscence. Here's the funny part. You ready? So she came to Canada with her ex-boyfriend,
Uh huh.
and they're like, oh, we're friends now. But I kind of wasn't sure about this. But the ex-boyfriend was staying with her in the Airbnb. But she told him at the bar, oh, stay at the bar. I'm going to go fool around with that guy.
Oh, whoa!
So we went, we fooled around. You know, I didn't fully do my job because my penis was sleepy. But we still had fun. We
Yeah,
spent a
yeah,
couple
yeah.
hours together. I'm leaving the Airbnb. I walk. I see him. He's outside. He looks at me. He's like,
No!
I'm joking. I'm like, this is the craziest
That's
thing.
that is so weird.
Well, dude, he was waiting outside for someone to his ex-girlfriend. Do you understand?
That's
Would you-
crazy.
would you
That's
first of all, would you
No.
travel? No, of course not. Unless you want to have sex with her, right? You wouldn't travel with an ex-girlfriend to a different country.
No, never.
Unless you're like you're hoping something would spark up again.
Yeah.
So, anyways, I go down, and in my mind, I'm like, he hates me now, but she's still turned on. She didn't get.
Yeah.
She's probably gonna.
They can do it.
Yeah, but he didn't know that. He just thought that I just pounded his
That's so
ex-girlfriend
funny.
in the only bed that was in the Airbnb.
So you should be like,
He should be grateful. He's like, man, thank you for, warming up the
yeah,
oven.
let's say she's ready to go.
She's ready to go.
Run.
Here, I would have given him the baton, but my baton is asleep. So he's like, hey, you gotta use your own baton.
Here are the keys.
Here are the keys. Have fun. That was quite interesting.
That's crazy. So I had something sort of similar. Like, this is crazy. I went on a date with a girl. Like I said, a long time ago. We go on one date. It's fine, whatever. I don't think we have that much chemistry, I thought. But then we go on another date, and then she invites me to. It was like a day drinking date, and so we have a few beers. And then she's like, "Oh, come to my apartment, just around the corner." I'm like, "Okay, cool." So and I go, and we're hanging on her balcony. It's like one of these plateau apartments where it's like overlooking it's like a balcony overlooking all the streets, and it's kind of cool. It's all like, I've never been really hung out on the plateau up at that point. So I'm like, this is so cool. This is really fun. And then I hear a door open, and it's like this guy comes in, and he's like, "What's this? Like, what's going on, guys?" And then she's like, "Oh, this is Gabriel. He's my friend. I met him online, And he's like, "Oh, okay. All right, I see. All right." And then he's like, "I'm going to make some dinner, all right?" Gabriel, he's like, "Gabriel, you want dinner, Gabriel?" And I'm
So
like,
did you have sex with her?
No,
No,
no.
just
I was
make it
just
out.
hanging. Not
Just hang.
even. No,
Just
we didn't
hanging
do anything. And I was like, what the hell is this? Who's this guy? And like, I think she was like 2-3 years older than me, but this guy was like 40 or something. He was a scary 40-year-old guy. I was like, what the? He was all like kind of like beef and like, but like wiry. And he's like, "I'm going to make dinner." And he's like, and I hear him, he's like loudly making dinner. I hear like spats just clang, clink, sling. And he's like, "Fucking shit, sling, you dumb bang." And I'm like, "What's going?" She's like, "Hold on 1 second." And then she's like, "What's up?" He's like, "You what are you doing inviting this guy over? I don't know him. You met him online." Clang. And I'm like, "Okay, I gotta go." And I let myself. I was like, "This is I thought I was gonna get murdered."
Oh, you were.
So I left, and then I. And then
that's
she messaged me like a year later. I was doing comedy at that point, and then she's like, "Oh, I see. I posted on Facebook. I was doing the Nest open
Yeah.
mic, and she came, and then we went for a drink, and then I was like, wait a minute, I remember. This is you're scary." So I left.
An X amount of months ago, I go on a date. Beautiful girl, gorgeous, nice face, nice body. We click it right away. She's weird, I'm weird. We go on a first date. Great chemistry. We're laughing. We're touching each other. We kiss. This is nice. I tease her. She teases me.
Nice.
I picked her up. So I take her back to her place. While we're in the car, we're kissing. We're making out. I'm like, "Can I come up?" She's like,
Damn.
"All right." So we go up. I walk in. She's like, "Oh,
Yeah,
just so
yeah.
you know, my roommate is there, and she's with her like new guy. So we have to be quiet." So we walk in. She's like, "I'm just gonna go to the washroom real quick." She goes to the washroom. The friend doesn't see that she came in with the guy. So she's like, So let's call her
Jan.
Jan. Hey, Jan, so how was the date? And I answer, it's pretty good, actually. I brought the guy back. And she's like, oh, hi, stranger. I don't see her because there's a wall between us. She's like, I would have come to say hi, but I'm sitting here with my friend. We're very cozy. I'm like, hey, enjoy your evening. Don't worry about it. She's like, okay, ha, 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 ha. We go into Jan's bedroom. Clothes are flying off. Kisses are being thrown at each other. Touching, hugging. And then I hear the TV, and they're watching Nick Kroll's special.
Uh-huh.
So I'm like, I'm kissing Jan, and then I hear, so yeah, you should call your mom, huh?
And you're like, oh, he
So
sucks.
I'm like, this is weird. I'm making out. I'm making love to this beautiful woman, listening to a guy doing my job better,
yeah, living his dream.
living his dream. Netflix special,
Yeah.
writing jokes, telling jokes on a huge stage, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm like, this is. I can't do this. I can't have laughter in the background of us making out, having us. But I'm like, Amer, come on, you gotta,
Yeah.
come on, Amer, come on.
Yeah, and you did it.
He was not that drunk, so it was
Okay,
perfect.
good.
He did his job.
Yeah.
It's weird. You come and you hear like his big finale at the end, and his weird big
Yeah.
mouth voice.
I'm
I'm like, I'm coming, and I'm like, my mom, Jews.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm coming. Quite fun.
It's really interesting.
How many houses do you think you've been to that you only been
Dude.
to in once?
Oh, so many.
many,
So
right?
many weird houses.
So many.
And like weird memories that like flashback like I remember I was working at a bar, and then there people at the bar were like, oh, we're going to this house party.
Yeah.
And then you go in and it's like this whole house is just a giant party and everything's trash and up, and I'm like I used to be like, oh, parties like this don't exist. It's only like in American movies.
Yeah.
And I've been to so many of these
Frat
parties.
houses?
Yeah, it's not even frat houses. It's
Just
like
house parties?
It's just like even when I was like 18. This is spooky. This is actually spooky.
Ooh.
It was like it was like Halloween, and I went to a bar with like my ex-girlfriend because like our friend group's kind of connected still, and I would see her, and we were like 18. We're like whatever, like. We didn't. It's, you know, when you break up when you're 18, it feels heavy, but then
Yeah.
you realize, oh, I'm 18, and you turn 19, you're like, I'm an adult now. Nothing mattered, nothing hurt, and
I'm buying a shirt.
yeah. And then we go to this house party, and it's like just like an NDG somewhere,
Yeah.
just like a normal house,
Yeah.
and it's like 80 kids just like drinking, going crazy, and I'm looking for a place to piss. I can't piss. I go upstairs. There's an old man sitting in a rocking chair at the top of the stairs. He's like, I'm like, oh, hi. He's like, the party's downstairs. And he had a dog, and I was like, what the hell? Because it wasn't just upstairs. There was a giant like cabinet in the way, so you couldn't even go upstairs.
Okay.
So I'm like,
So you still wanted to go upstairs?
I had to pee, and I was like, I don't know where to bath. I was drunk, whatever, it was crazy. And I was like,
Hello,
"Party-
Gabriel.
Weird, huh? And I was like,
Oh,
this is spooky.
My God, that's probably the guy who owns the house.
Yeah, it's the dad or
and
something.
he rents it to everybody. And there's the dog.
But this was before Airbnb. I think this was it was just
Yeah.
the guy's dad that had the party.
Well, here's the thing. What happens is that all these students that we have behind us, they can't afford. Like usually, they don't live in studio
No.
apartments because it's expensive, or like they have no friends. They came all the way from Connecticut, New York, Massachusetts. They have no friends. So what they do is that they end up living. They rent a house, like a triplex that is one house.
Yeah.
And they're like, we're gonna have 6-7 roommates.
Oh wow.
But what happens is that people who don't enjoy that vibe leave, and let's say you end up having a house with like 7 guys that like to party.
Yes.
And it just becomes the party house. And they become the worst neighbors
Oh
ever.
my God.
My first apartment, I had like 3-4 roommates. It was next to Metro Lionel Gros. Up the street, we had one of those houses. It was like an old triplex. And there were just crazy parties every time. And you would see people outside. They're vomiting, they're drinking, smoking cigarettes, smoking weed. Music just... My house was like maybe 40, 50 meters. And you could still hear the music.
Whoa,
It
that's
was
so
They
annoying.
love to party. They love to party. It just becomes a party house. And they become the worst tenants you could have because
Yeah.
you can't kick them out easily.
No.
And the worst neighbors because they just piss on everything.
Yeah, I bet
Oh,
like
yeah.
all the garbage. They probably like
Yo,
all the garbage piles up, tons of cans everywhere. There's kind of like that down street from my house, but I don't think they're frat boy. I think they're just disgusting goths that have like they're just outside. They're all like the goth outfits.
It's making a comeback.
And they're all like, and there's
Where are you?
Yeah, it is
And
coming back
I'm
a bit.
so thirsty. No, that's not the word.
I'm so thirsty.
No, I cannot drink. What's the word? I forgot.
Yeah, it's where are you?
Where are you?
I'm so sorry.
And you know what's funny? I love that song. That was
Yeah,
my
that's a
breakup
nice song.
I think it was
Sad song.
Mariev.
Was your
Mariev,
breakup?
the girl who took my virginity.
Oh.
And then
I
no,
miss
Mariev. It was a
you.
different song. It was okay. So I used to the first girl I ever had sex with. I was like 21,
Mm-hmm.
and she was also an engineering student. She was a civil engineer. I was a mechanical engineer. She liked me a lot. I liked her. We started dating. Lost her virginity to her, and then it didn't work out because you're young, you're stupid, and she started dating a guy that I found so hot, like the hottest guy at
You thought
university.
he was hot?
He was a 10, like
Oh wow.
tall, athletic, white,
Mm-hmm.
like Ontario.
Wow.
Like that Ontario look, just rugged and tall and
Okay.
clear
yeah.
eyes and so hot, so just gorgeous. I'm tall. He was taller than me. He was like 6'5".
Damn, that's really tall.
And she started dating him, and then she told me that like, sometimes I would smoke cigarettes with him. I'm like, you smoke cigarettes with him?
No.
And there's a song, I think The Killers.
Uh-huh.
Now I'm calling my name. Now she's taking a drag. No, I'm calling asleep.
Yeah.
Now she's me. Now she takes off her best.
Yeah, the bright side.
what's-
Mr. Brightside?
Yeah, Mr. Brightside.
Yeah.
So I would listen to that song on repeat on my
Damn.
Discman. The Discman was in
Oh,
my pocket.
Discman.
Listen to the song, and I'm just imagining her smoking with him, like,
Oh, that's so sad.
Mr. Brightside.
Oh, that is sad.
So sad, but it's okay. After her, I ended up dating like the girl that I really wanted,
Okay.
the girl who stole my heart. It's so funny. I googled her not too long ago. She's a woman now. She's like 40 years old, 41.
True.
She has a job. I'm not gonna say her job because you can easily find her, but she has like a job.
Mhm.
She has like a PhD
Damn.
and she does stuff.
Cool.
Like I look at her, I'm like, you look like a woman. It's crazy. You forget like she doesn't. We all grow up,
Yeah.
and I forget that because in my mind, like if I would walk back in McGill Engineering Building, Schulish Building, I'm like, okay, I have a class, and I would just sit down and start doing my homework. But no, 18 years have
a long
passed since
time.
I graduated
Yeah.
From my bachelor. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But I swear, if I would wake up tomorrow and like, oh, I'm late to class, my brain's like, oh yeah, I'm late to class, and I would just go to class as if everything has never happened.
Yeah.
Going into my first job, doing my master's, quitting
Yeah.
engineering, doing stand-up comedy, all of this could have been just a dream, and now I'm back
And
in
you were
class.
like, oh, shit. Oh, I gotta wake up.
I gotta wake up. I fix my hair, and I would walk in class. I literally think so. By the
Whoa.
way, is there still enough light to record?
Yeah, it looks good actually. I saw, yeah.
Because the light is behind.
We're
them.
illuminated, but our faces are still illuminated from that. Look, see?
Okay, if you say so.
Yeah.
Because your hair is not, your face is not as illuminated.
It still looks good.
It still looks good.
There's
With
auto
it-
illumination.
Auto illumination. Mushrooms.
I was following the Danny Masterson beep case because you can't say. I guess you could say. I'll just beep.
Who's
myself.
Danny? Wait, give me the.
Oh,
whole
do you
shebang.
ever watch the show That 70s Show?
Oh yes.
Okay,
That's
there's
70s.
Kelso,
Kelso.
there's Jackie,
Jackie.
there's Eric,
Eric,
there's
The hottie.
what's her name? Donna.
Lucille Ball. Donna.
And then there's Hyde.
Hi.
Hyde, the stoner guy.
Hyde,
with
the
the
stoner,
glasses,
the
and he
bad
smokes-
boy.
Yeah, the bad boy.
Yeah.
So he, in the early 2000s, he was super famous, right?
Yeah.
Because That 70s Show. And he dated a lot of people.
Nice.
And he also a lot of people. A lot of
true?
people.
A
lot of people.
I
And
thought when you're famous, you don't need to rap anymore.
well, say
Not
that
that
too.
you're before and then you stop when you're famous. That's not what I meant. There's a
Absolutely.
lot of censorship you're gonna have to do
It's
in
okay,
this.
it's fine. I have free time tomorrow. But yeah. So he's sentenced to I think it was like 30 years in prison.
That's crazy.
30 years
How many rapes is that?
I don't know.
Is it
30.
compounded or is it like one rape you get 1 year, 2 rapes you get 2 years?
Depends on the race. 1.5. No.
If she's white, it's 10.
10. Woo.
Ooh.
But so there was like footage that resurfaced. It's it's so funny. Whenever people say footage resurfaced, it's just that was already on TV.
Okay.
Like it's like an interview on Conan O'Brien. They're like resurfaced secret footage. It's like this was on NBC. So it was Danny Masterson Hyde on Conan O'Brien. and he was doing this interview with Conan, and he was telling this joke about he has a friend that always makes fun of him, and he's always mad at his friend because all his friend does is make fun of him, and he's like, and he does an impression of Danny Masterson, which is, "Hi, I'm Danny Masterson. Would you like to touch my balls now?" And they were laughing like, "Oh," and he's like, "Why would he do that to me? Why would he do that to me?" And Conan was like, "Why would you ask strangers to do that to you to begin with?" And he's like, "Well, when you got him, you got him." And he's like, and everyone in the audience laughs, right? Because it's frat boy humor. It's the early 2000s. And Conan is like, he's like, "Ha ha ha," and he pauses and he's like, "I've heard about you, and you will be caught."
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So this was going around Hollywood and all this.
Wow.
But at the time, this was totally like just out in the air. People thought this was funny. This frat boy humor.
Yeah.
So also going back, Kelso, the guy, Ashton Kutcher, right?
I love him.
I love Ashton Kutcher. I love Kelso on that '70s show.
Yeah.
He was the funniest
People say
character.
Him and I were like the same.
So
We're
funny.
both
They're like,
stupid.
"Oh, Jackie!" Dude, he was so funny.
So hot.
Yeah, he was so hot. He's
Nice
still
hair.
handsome. So resurfaced footage of him came out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Aw, please don't tell me he also does.
No, not
He
not,
eats grapes.
Not that bad. So so they posted this. They wrote letters to the judge. Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher wrote letters to the judge, being like, "Hey, Judge, Danny's a nice guy. He babysat my dog or whatever. He's great. You know,
Yeah.
he's nice to the cleaning lady." And then everyone found out, and then they posted this apology, right, being like, "Please, I'm sorry. You shouldn't believe you should believe the victims." And then now resurfaced footage came out of Ashton Kutcher talking about Jackie, because they're dating now,
Yeah.
right? And
No,
then
they're married. They've been married for.
they're married now, but
15
they
years.
also were dating. Because they started dating, like, they got married like kind of recently, because they were dating a long time when they broke up, right?
Oh, I
So
don't know
they were
that.
dating during that '70s show, but did you know that Jackie was 15 when she started doing the show?
Oh no.
And so Ashton the whole time technically was grooming her, waiting for her to turn 18. And
Oops, I mean bad, very bad. Very
on
bad.
every interview, it would be him being like, "Can't wait till she's 18." And everyone would laugh. And I'm thinking, like, this was the humor back then.
Yeah.
It was just like frat boys
Yeah.
doing, like,
Dude,
statutory rape
that
jokes.
humor is coming back. Shane
Yeah.
Gillis is changing the game, man.
But I don't think he's doing. Okay, yeah, humor is humor, right? But people were acting on this humor. Like, this is not just humor.
Oh, it wasn't
People
just
were
words. It was
just. Yeah, it wasn't just like, "Hey."
Okay, this is controversial.
Yeah.
But now that they've been together for 15 years, they have a child together.
Yeah.
Is it grooming? They seem happy.
No, it's not grooming now.
I have
mean,
no
I guess,
idea.
but I think there was a lot of that
What is
going
this?
on.
Sorry. Look behind you. What are they carrying?
Giant pizza? What is that?
Want to take a photo? You can include it in the show?
No, it's not a giant pizza.
Oh, it's a bed. Oh, I forgot these are students. They can't afford
thought it was a
anything. It's a
giant
bed.
pizza.
It's a mattress. If we were gentlemen, we would have helped.
Well, what the hell? We'd
We're-
have to walk all the way to Peel or something.
All right. Sorry. So yeah. So what's the what's the thing? Okay. So
So there's probably like a lot of other Hollywood going on,
Yeah.
and I think there's gonna be like another type of Me Too movement because they're
me
lumping
too. Too.
in- Me Too too.
Me too. Too.
Me Too too.
Me too. Too.
Hey, Me Three. Yeah.
No, it's me too. Too. The
Me
vengeance.
Too too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's. I just think it's interesting that.
You told me that you had a connection that.
Oh yes, and okay, so Danny Masterson before that '70s show was in a movie called Beethoven. I don't know if you know what Beethoven
The
is.
dog?
Yeah, the dog. He was
Yeah.
and I think it was Beethoven 2. And Danny Masterson played a sexual predator
Nice.
in the movie. And there's this whole scene where Hyde was in this room with some woman, and then he goes after her and starts like caressing her.
In a child movie?
Yeah, it's in a kids movie, and then Beethoven comes, and then somehow like he's attached to like this balcony.
He helped that girl.
Yeah,
Bang,
doggy
bang.
style.
All right,
Doggy
doggy
style, baby.
style.
Snoo.
One in the mouth, one in the ass. Let's go.
So Beethoven is attached to the balcony. He like runs really fast and pulls the balcony apart, and then the whole side of the house falls out of its shell.
Yeah.
And then he falls out of the house and saving. So Beethoven
that's
stopped Hyde from
These actors, it's like Chris D'Elia, who apparently played the role of like a creepy in the show.
yes.
Like, we don't. I mean, if you're doing like, why? Like, oh, I know exactly how to play this role. I don't need to practice at all. You know?
But imagine like the behavior you have back then. You don't know it's that bad. You think it's like, oh, it's a little
No.
bad, but
you must have, unless you're a psycho. I mean, he's probably
maybe,
a
yeah.
psychopath
So
who has no regrets.
Yeah.
And just, you know.
But there's probably a lot of people who have like this behavior, like this weird kind of gross sexual predator energy.
Yeah.
But they just thought it was normal because everyone's doing it, and
Not
then
everyone
times have
was doing
changed,
it.
right?
Not everyone was doing it.
I'm guessing a lot of people, Yeah,
I gotta
it
stop using that word. Bananas are bananas.
Yeah, bananas are
Once
bananas.
you look at a banana, you're like, that's a banana. You can paint it in pink. It's a banana. You know what I mean? No
Let's say,
remorse.
like behavior
Wow.
we have. I guess not mine.
But
'cause I'm
how
a-
did they defend him? Like in the letter, they just said like, "Oh, he babysat my dog."
They were literally like, he's inclusive and loving and so generous and so kind to everyone around him.
But by the way, it's so 2022 that the fact that the is getting shit, and also the people who try to defend him, not defend him, but like yeah, be lenient on him. Everyone's getting,
yes,
you know, that's very 2022.
and it's the internet, right?
Yeah.
So
No one's talking about him because I guess he's offline.
who? Danny?
Danny.
Oh, it just happened though.
But it's not like his Twitter is like, oh shucks, going to prison, #sadness.
I don't think
He
he was
doesn't
really,
exist in the
I don't think
metaverse.
he was really ever on social media. I don't think he was a social media
It's
guy.
not easy to on social media.
Yeah. It isn't. No, he's more of a hands-on kind of guy. All right.
All right, this is too much.
I don't know. It's kind of interesting. And it was a good topic to talk about.
You're gonna have to censor so many.
Yeah. This is beautiful. Look how fucking nice that is.
Oh yeah, want to switch?
Yeah, we could switch. You
Yeah,
wanna
just
switch?
turn show this.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody, stay with us as we switch chairs. It's okay. You want to do it again? All right, guys, we switch angles. We wanted to show you the second part of this nightshade.
This is really pretty.
Oh my God, let's turn again. Oh, this is nice. Have you ever been? There's something I always loved, but I've never. You know, people who just have energy to just. Hey guys, what are you gonna do today? Let's go play football for like 6 hours. I've never had that.
No, when I was younger, I did.
Never.
I would play soccer.
Even when I was, like, just the idea of motion, for the sake of it.
Yeah. No, huh? Really?
Never intrigued me.
I used to play soccer for hours. I was bad at basketball. Played basketball for hours. Just play street hockey for hours.
Really?
As a kid, yeah.
I don't know why. Just the appeal of it. I'm like,
Yeah.
I wished I was one of those cool guys. You know, like sometimes I would meet them at university. Since I went to university, I would be like just a guy who's like great grades, and then he would like finish
Yeah.
class, and he's like, oh, let's go play frisbee for like 6
No,
hours in the sun.
yeah, university, that's different. That's to start drinking then. I was like, nah, let's hang. Let's
Just oh man,
Yeah.
I was like, what? How were you raised to just be able to just always have a high amount? Is it?
energy. Yeah.
And then I remember, like, I always ate crappy food. I smoked shisha every day. I never slept well. I was never a day guy. I love the idea of being a day guy.
Okay.
Day guy, Gabe, not gay guy.
I never
lo-
thought that. I like that. I love the day, man.
Yeah.
I love the day, dude. I love the sun. I love the feeling of sun. I get my energy from the sun. I'm a sundial.
Yeah. Yeah, I enjoy the sun. You know how much I miss the sun? I literally went to my gym last week. I walked in. I'm like, I just want to use the, not the oven. What do you call the thing that tans you?
Oh, the
tanning
tanning
salon.
salon,
Like,
yeah.
can I use the tanning bed? He's like, do you want to work out? I'm like, no, I just want to use the tanning bed. So I just walked in the gym. It's a standing tanning bed. I stood up like a rotisserie chicken.
Yeah.
I tanned. I listened to music. I put abracadabra for like 2-3 times in a row.
Oh my god.
And then I put my pants back up and I left the building.
Wow.
I literally just went to the gym to tan for 10 minutes and I came back. That's how much I missed
Oh yeah.
the feeling of warmth on my skin
Warm. Yeah.
because of the sun.
Damn.
Yeah.
You got a lot of sun in Israel.
I did, but I didn't tan that much. It's funny, my mom is allergic to the sun. She's literally a vampire.
No.
Like, if she spends time in the sun, she gets hives. And
Oh, that's so sad.
yeah.
She can't even like look at this.
I mean, she went to Mexico.
Uh-huh.
She had to, like, go to the doctor because she was getting hives.
Yo.
Yeah. Something about my family is, we're just allergic
What,
to the sun.
does your dad smoke shisha?
No, he smokes cigarettes. He smokes cigarettes, and so does my mom.
Damn. Okay. I used to like. I went out. First time I smoked cigarettes, I was like 14, I
Yeah.
think. And
They're so cool.
I used to think,
Cigarettes are cool. I'm sorry what anyone says.
yeah, they're cool.
Cigarettes are cool.
I smoked a couple of cigars on Saturday with
Ooh.
Yeah, it was nice.
Where?
just walking around.
Walking around smoking cigarettes?
Yeah,
Cigars?
Yeah.
Nice.
And then it was really nice and it was good. Yeah,
Yeah.
I like cigars.
How do you feel about shisha? You never were a fan, right? Because we
I like
smoked it.
shisha. I just can't do it for long periods of time. If it's like an hour straight,
Yeah.
I don't have the tolerance for it.
Oh.
Like after a while, I'm like, whoa.
But cigar, you're able to.
Well, cigar, it goes away. Like I have the small one and I have the big one, and the big ones after like 20 minutes, and I butt it out, and if it's too much, I get all crazy. But
It's one of the few manly things that I enjoy.
Mhm.
Just sitting down, smoking a cigar, drinking a scotch. It's nice.
Yeah.
Overeating, I love that. That's what I love doing. I went with Guillaume. I went to a restaurant. With Guillaume because he's like, remember, I think you were there.
it was
When
last Tuesday, right?
Last Tuesday.
Yeah.
You were with us,
We,
no?
no, we were recording the
We were
podcast,
recording
and
and then he came. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. So last Tuesday, after you came, I was tipsy. So I'm like, let's take your car. We took his car. We went to eat the Lebanese food. We went to a place. Maybe I'll have my birthday.
Oh, really?
there.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Today, by the way, is my fake birthday.
Why is it today?
It's today, September 12th. It's my fake birthday.
Why?
It's my fake birthday. I have two birthdays. You know, I never told you? When I was born on October 12th.
Okay.
My mom, she's smart. She's so smart. She's like, I want my son to go to school as soon as possible.
Oh, amazing.
So she just told my dad, go tell them he's born September 12th. And my dad's like, here's $2. Make it September 12th. So my fake birthday is September 12th.
Uh-huh.
My real birthday is October 12th. So today is my fake birthday.
But
And my fake birthday is Sid's Real's birthday. And my childhood friend's Real's
Oh,
birthday.
That's cool.
Yeah. You remember my Jewish friend
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
Eugene.
Not Eugene.
The
yeah,
OG
like high
Jew
school one.
from high school? His
Yeah.
real birthday is September 12th.
Oh, that's cool. Damn.
Yep.
So technically, if you were not put in school, you would have been one of those outliers. You know, when like those people that put in school, like, and they're bigger and stronger
yeah,
and
exactly.
smarter. You would have
Yeah.
been like succeeding. You would have been a CEO and a hockey player and a pilot, all wrapped in one. All the outliers all mixed. Because that's the book I find is so full.
I guess my mom was stupid then.
But
I could have been an outlier, except she's like, just send him to school early. I'm tired of him.
But that book is so. Like, I remember reading that book and being like, shut up. What the hell you shut? Like, I get it, but it's like. so that means I'm a.
science.
Huh?
There's a lot of books. It's like
Yeah.
just. I find a lot of these books, and I read a couple that interest me. They just scratch the surface. You don't really get to keep any
It
knowledge.
sounds cool. You listen into
yeah.
it. It has the
It's
appearance
like having,
of
it's like
knowledge.
having a FaceTime date.
Yeah.
Date with a girl. It's just like smelling
Yeah,
the
it's bullshit.
croissant without eating it. You're like, I smell the croissant, but I
Yeah.
want to bite into it, you know.
Uh-huh.
And I
No.
don't like it. I don't like. What are you gonna do? Okay, so I guess I'm not an outlier. I'm never gonna succeed.
Yeah, it's
I
absolutely.
think I succeeded pretty well.
Yeah, no, you're doing all
I have
right.
a master's. Look at me. I run my own company.
Mhm.
I have a semi-successful podcast. I don't have hair.
Yeah, and despite all that, you're still
Despite all that,
great,
I'm
nice
so
guy.
great.
And whatever.
Nice guy. Make some money.
Yeah. What is that? Is that? I think it's a rabbit there. No, it's a rabbit. Look, it's a rabbit.
Where?
It's running across the field. Oh, you have bad eyes, right? You won't be able to see
I
it.
don't see anything. I'm looking at your finger, baby.
Whatever, there's a rabbit there.
Oh, we stood up for nothing? Ugh. Okay, so yeah, I forgot. So we get to the restaurant.
Oh, yeah.
We order Guillaume and I we like to have like just crazy dinner nights.
Mhm.
So once every blue moon, we'll go, let's eat crazy. So we'll order
Yeah.
food for 4 people.
Uh-huh.
We'll eat it all. It was delicious. Oh, you'll see. I'll take you there. It was
Okay,
So
yeah,
good.
yeah.
We're eating. That's nice. Order shisha. We smoked
Nice.
watermelon. Eating watermelon. Living like kings. It was like a $200-something meal.
Damn.
Oh yeah. At the end, like, let's order some tisane. You know, some not tisane. What do you call it?
Like, is it?
It's not tea. It's herbal tea. Herbal tea.
Okay.
In French, we call it tisane.
Tisane,
And we
okay.
call it tisane, which is also a black girl's name. So, anyways,
Yeah.
let's order some herbal tea. We look at the herbal tea. I'm like, okay, I'll have like, I don't know, mint tea, whatever. And Guillaume was like, oh, what is this? This is an interesting one. Cumin lemon.
Okay.
So he ordered cumin lemon tea. And dude, let me tell you something. It was the most disgusting thing.
Really? Cumin?
Because
Yeah,
it was
cumin is-
cumin. And I'm
cumin.
like, he's like, oh, you gotta take. It's salty. Instead of putting
Ugh.
sugar, they put salt. I'm like, it's like you're drinking. Take cumin.
Yeah,
You know, it
and
smells
just
strong.
Eat cumin.
Put it in hot water, mix it, squeeze the lemon, add some salt, and here you go. That's your tea. It was,
Fucking nasty.
dude, it was so nasty. I'm like, oh my god, let me send him a gag gift from Amazon. So I went to Amazon. I'll send them a packet. I Google cumin tea. They don't even
Does
sell
it
it on
exist?
Amazon. I think the guy just pulled a trick on Guillaume. He
Dude,
just gave him.
so funny.
Yeah. I think let's go there on my birthday.
Sure, yeah, I'm
It's
down.
gonna be. I think I'll keep it just you, me.
Yumi.
You and me.
Oh, okay.
No women. That's my birthday. I'm not inviting. You and me and Guillaume, I think.
Yeah, that's it.
That's it.
Okay, down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down.
Maybe Sid. Eugene is not here unless he comes. Eugene, you want to come October 12th to Montreal?
Please.
It'd be great.
Here's my story about going. I used to go to all you can eat Korean barbecue buffets with my buddies.
Yeah.
And we used to eat so much, man. And it was like you said, it's like you're just like gnawing and eating and chewing and munching and
Talking,
scrunching and
laughing.
but before that we went like another time. We went to an like kind of like a like all you can eat sushi place.
Yeah.
And we ordered. We thought it was gonna be like nice pieces of like fried shrimp, but it was like a shrimp cocktail, a
Nice.
giant. But it was like we thought, okay, we want 5 pieces of that. We thought it was gonna be, but it was like each order was 10 pieces of shrimp. So we ordered like 50 pieces of shrimp cocktail. It was like a mountain of shrimp cocktail, and we had all this food, and it came at the end. And we were like gonna barf. It was all cold, and we're like, so if you don't eat food from all you can eat buffet, you need to pay for every
Yeah.
single piece. So we did. We started like eating it, but then we just put it in our mouth and then went into the bathroom, spat it in the toilet, and then we just kept on doing that, and we're like, yummy. That's so stupid. And okay, and we went to there was this one all you can eat Korean place on St. Catherine. I think it was called like Seoul Chaco or
Yeah.
whatever. And we snuck in like a giant bottle of Captain Morgan rum, and we hid it behind the curtain, and we were just chugging it right as we were eating all this Korean barbecue. And we ate so much food. We were like, can you take our picture and then put it on the wall? Like we had a disposable camera or whatever.
Yeah.
And the guy's like, no, we don't do that. We don't have an all-you-can-eat buffet wall, hero wall. And I was like, come on, man, let's start an all-you-can-eat buffet wall. He's like, all right. And so it was just us all just fat as f***. And then we stuck it on the wall. And then I came back like maybe like a year later. There was a whole wall filled with pictures.
Aw.
Yeah.
You think if we go there, we would find?
I think it's shut down.
Aw.
I tried going back. It was always closed. It still has the logo and all the
Yeah?
but it's never been
Aw.
open.
That's a
I have
shame.
a picture of it somewhere. Maybe I'll put it up. But it's just like all of us just like, and we had the bottle of thing in the picture. And they're like, what the hell? Like just wasted eating sushi and Korean barbecue. It was good old days, you know?
Yeah, the good old days.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
All right.
All right, guys.
We did it.
That's the podcast. Thank you so much for listening.
Yes.
We apologize for all the extra editing that we have to do in
It's
that
okay.
one.
It's fine.
And okay, the ball just rolled here. I think we need to go. We love you guys. Tell your friends. 5 stars on Spotify. Like it on YouTube. Share the reels.
Rate
We're
it.
making a lot of reels. We might make more reels soon.
Yeah.
We love you. Come see us live. Come see the Sunday shows. They've been crazy. They've been so fun and crazy.
Been good.
And we love you guys. We really do.
Salam alaikum.
Bye, Eugene. I love you.